Supergirl teaser gets more backlash in 24 hours than Superman did in 6 months. First, guys, put in the comments whether or not you agree. Then we'll see what Tyrone Magnus has to say on this. So far, guys, I gotta say, I think I do agree with him, okay? You watch my Supergirl stuff, you know I'm not one of these, like, anti-haters, but at the same time, I'm aware. When I look up Supergirl videos to watch, it's hard to find the positive ones. So, brand new superhero reaction channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's check out what Tyrone had to say.
Wow.
Wow.
I gotta say, I didn't expect that.
Me neither, man.
Expect that.
Me neither.
You didn't see that coming? No, I did not see that coming. Supergirl trailer.
Yeah.
Receives more backlash.
Now, I don't... He's cracking me up. I don't know the numbers or figures on this, okay, guys? I don't know if, like, there's somebody sat there and did data or whatever, but just for me, searching for videos, you know, to, and what you guys send me to try to, you know, react to, slim pickings on the good ones. You know, I have one I'm reacting to this week that I would just classify as a shill. I mean, he works for DC, so, you know, it's a positive one, you know what I mean? So it's hard to find him.
And 24 hours than Superman did in 6 months.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at this.
Now, I said a lot during Superman. It really didn't have a divided fan base. It just had a loud minority that was screaming against it. So far, there's not a lot of loud positive screaming for Supergirl. So I'm really curious, guys, to see what he's talking about.
Exactly what they're talking about here.
Yeah, let's figure it out.
According to Comic Book News, the backlash...
Okay, already I know half of y'all are upset. When I do stuff on my other channel with Cosmic Book News, you guys are like, no, wrong. Don't. Both sides, the Snyder and Gunn side, are like, Cosmic Book News, nothing. But I'm still intrigued because, I mean, the information has not been false to me. That's why when Mr. Headcanon said that there was no haters for Supergirl, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you watching?
Trailer has
What's your algorithm?
Been more severe in its first 24 hours on YouTube than the Superman trailer received in its first 6 months.
I have a theory on
viewers
this.
Of the Supergirl trailer noticed that while Superman was celebrated for saving a town, all she'd done was rescue some cats. Now,
what?
It seems she's failing to measure up in another...
Oh, the newspaper. Okay, sorry. I get the newspaper in the beginning of the trailer now. I get it. Okay.
More quantifiable way. From its opening shot of the Supergirls trailer, Crypto urinating on a picture of Superman.
Yeah, didn't like that.
And dour Supergirl herself.
Don't like that either. I've made it clear, guys. I don't like that Supergirl is drunk in this one. I don't like that she cusses a lot in the book. I don't know if she... but the drunkenness is gone quickly. The cussing stays throughout the book. I don't know if it will in the movie, but that stuff bothers me. Regardless, though, when I read the story, even though that's not my kind of Supergirl, I'm like, yeah, it's a good story. It's well done. If the movie is like the story, it's going to be good.
Generated discussion. 7 days after the trailer's released, like I said, has generated discussion. Oh, has it?
That is pretty funny.
7 days after the trailer's release, it had 21 million views with 373,828 likes to an estimated 43,323 dislikes.
What was Superman's, though?
For some of you want to know, well, how do you see the likes and dislikes? Chrome browser has an extension that it gives you an estimate of what the likes to dislikes are.
An estimate? How does it do an estimate? It should either know it or it doesn't.
And I got to tell you, I've tried it on my channel to see what, and it's relatively accurate.
Relatively.
It's pretty accurate. So...
relatively to
when
pretty.
You see people talk about this, they're telling you the truth. Okay, it's very,
they're relatively too pretty telling you the truth. Not like relatively too pretty.
Very much accurate. Roughly 1 in 8 reactions being negative doesn't necessarily spell disaster for Supergirl or future projects in what producer James Gunn has called the Superman saga.
We got to remember, too, this is a teaser trailer, guys. Teaser trailers always leave you with basically nothing. Like, what was that? Some of them are pretty cinematic. Some of them tell you nothing. But oftentimes, they don't really represent what the movie is. Even Superman, it didn't represent what the movie was, other than the fact that a new Superman movie was coming that utilized the old song. And by golly, it did.
But the backlash for Supergirl trailer may be a point of concern for the studio. With only one other film in the DC universe, for comparison, executives at Warner Bros. Are likely taking these numbers very seriously. Well, I mean, the movie Superman was divisive, so if you're going to follow that tone.
I don't think it was that divisive, though. When you have an audience score of 90%, the critic score was 82%, which is exactly just about what I gave it on my review out of the theater. Uninfluenced from anybody else's take, I came straight out of there, and I find it interesting that I have like the critic score, which is really cool. I didn't think it was 90, a 9 out of 10. You know, I didn't think it was that, but it wasn't divisive. Like Man of Steel was divisive. Whether or not it doesn't matter what the Man of Steel ratings say now. The audience ratings were only in the 60 percentile back when it came out in 2013. That's all it was. It wasn't in the 70s like it is now. It was very divisive, Man of Steel was. And this movie wasn't as divisive, but also less people saw it, which is interesting.
Then this would be...
Maybe if the hashtag Wallets Closed people saw it and gave their verified reviews, maybe it would be worse, but they didn't.
Divisive also. So, they knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. Any backlash that was coming, they knew it was coming. And if they didn't know it was coming, they might want to rethink their position.
Why did they know?
So I think they knew.
I don't know that they knew.
The trailer for last summer's Superman has been on YouTube since May 14th, 2025. It currently has 36 million views, 578,619 likes. 578,619 likes.
Just give us the percentages
and an
real fast.
estimated 21,180 dislikes. Unfortunately, the movie was another casualty of a lukewarm summer. The final worldwide box office total for the film was around 616 million. And many noted that while it was a respectable performance, it was likely far from the success Warner Bros. Hoped it would. Yeah, you know they wanted it to be a bigger success than that. And I got to tell you,
I got confused. Is he talking about Superman's success, or is he talking about the Supergirl trailer success?
No. With as many people as I saw that actually liked the goofy Superman, it makes sense to me now that with the goofy, campy, stupid, silly sneak peek of Street Fighter, why so many people like it. It's also divided the fans. I've seen videos, but
I watched it on my channel. You can check that out. I really don't think anything yet. I can't tell what the movie's going to be like. I thought the trailer was funny. Not because it looked like it was going to be a funny movie, but just because like they did it in a humorous way with Giles' thing, and then at the end the car. Like I couldn't take it seriously, I guess.
But there's people that I respect, just like with Superman, that actually enjoyed that trailer. So,
maybe Angry Joe or something.
You could call me a super fan of Street Fighter because, when Street Fighter 2 came out, that it was such a phenomenon. And everything I could get my hands on, I watched or read. Anything that was lore, everything from the strategy guides, but to give you lore and moves and strategy, of course. But, the cartoons, the anime, the comic books, everything that I could think of. As a matter of fact, because I'm such a huge fan of the original Street Fighter story, all the way through Alpha to...
See, my Street Fighter fandom is from the 90s. That's it. I've got an arcade machine over there. I used to play those things all the time. I still play them sometimes, and that's why I like Street Fighter. I haven't really played any of the new games. I've only watched the movie from the 90s. I haven't kept up with the story. I'm what you call a casual fan of Street Fighter. Grew up on it, like it, so I don't think I have the investment that maybe he has into that one.
Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 3's story doesn't really work for me like that. It's mainly the Street Fighter 2 and Alpha that are really the storylines that I really like. But I
This is about Supergirl, right?
ordered all the Udon comics that I could. Spent a lot of money on big hard book graphic novel versions, where I can read
Really?
them all.
That's surprising, because I feel like when it comes to Superman and Supergirl and all that, I don't think he reads much in the way of comics. It doesn't sound like it anyway.
Yeah, because I didn't know about a lot of them. I had seen screenshots from time to time about certain things. And I was like, I'm going to have to get those comics one of these days. Yeah. So anyway, Superman had benefit of launching a new comic book universe from James Gunn since the film's release. The DCU has been expanded on TV with the second season of the extremely mature Peacemaker yeah, series on HBO Max.
Didn't watch Peacemaker. Not gonna watch it.
The show proved divisive and experienced a significant drop-off. Yes, it did, in viewership as the season progressed. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they ended it if they weren't going to continue, unless he's going to connect it somewhere in the future in a movie, because I still like the Peacemaker character, and I'm like, to end it like that really bothered me.
I didn't watch it, so I have no idea.
Nothing. Supergirl continues
no
on the same trajectory.
There we go. Back to Supergirl.
As indicated by the swift accumulation of dislikes on the trailer, Gunn and Warner Bros. May need to course correct. They've been needed to course correct right after that Superman movie.
Man, the Superman movie was not bad. It was an enjoyable movie. It's not my perfect Superman. It's about an 8 out of 10 for me, just like Man of Steel is about an 8 out of 10. Superman Returns a little bit lower than that, but not like 6 or something. And, it just depends on my mood as to, like, Man of Steel and James Gunn. It's about my mood. You know what I mean? Am I in the mood for funny or in the mood for more serious? They're both good movies. But, James Gunn, he's not very cinematic. He's not great at the flying sequence. He's not great at that emotional visuals nearly as much as Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder, he's not very good at character development. He doesn't, I don't think, direct actors in the way of their characters very well at all. And they both have their strengths. They both have their weaknesses. And it's not something where I can be like, oh, this is the definitive. This is not, because neither one of them are definitive Superman for me. They're actors trying to portray the definitive version of Superman.
If not most fans are aware that the movie is based on comic writer Tom King's Woman of Tomorrow series.
Yes.
The Supergirl
I got the thing here.
in the source material, as suggested by the trailer, is embittered because, in the words of Gunn, she watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way. I find that interesting that they're so, it's divisive. And Batman v Superman in particular was divisive to a certain level with fans, right?
Yeah, quite a bit.
That Injustice Superman has been ripped apart by the fans.
Yeah.
And if you read Injustice,
I don't like it when they make Superman evil. I've never cared for that. I don't like it when they take away Superman's powers. I don't like it when they make him evil or be under control. I don't like it when Superman is only ever saving something that is super cosmic and epic. I wish he was doing more ground level stuff, that's what all that is. You know what I mean? So I liked the Snyder movies, but I didn't like how they handled Superman very much.
You know why he became like that. It's quite fair in that storyline for him to snap at that point, because of everything he's endured.
He's right. It's fair for him to snap at that. However, I don't want that. Just like with Supergirl, it's fair for her to go on a drinking binge from all of her torture, but I don't want her to do that. Regardless, he made a good story out of it. Tom King, that is. We'll see about the movie. I don't know.
And then at that point, you just think about all the Superman comics up until there. And for him to snap like that, it actually makes sense.
No, that wasn't the first time he did that storyline.
He didn't have to take that route.
Even the animated Superman series had from the comics where he, loses Lois. I mean, it's a thing we've been doing for a long time.
But he did. And it's understandable why he took that route. Now, as you go on in it, there's certain points, it's funny because I'm like with him Like when I was reading Justice, I was with him all the way.
I'm shocked that I just feel like he does. I don't know how much Superman he's read.
To a certain point. I forgot what the point was, but I think it was somewhere around the time he got the Yellow Lantern ring. It was somewhere around that point, I think. I was just like, okay, man, okay, now, all right, you're going too far. But I can't remember what it was. I can't remember if it was something with Alfred. I can't remember because I only read it once, and I read it a while ago.
I can never remember.
It's funny how they'll condemn that Superman, and that was in the comics, but now they're willing to just with open arms accept a flawed Supergirl. Because
see, that's where I want people to understand with me, okay? Yeah, I thought that the trailer represented the book, and I thought that the book was good, but I still make it clear that's not my Supergirl. It's not my kind of Supergirl. My kind of Supergirl is really not very popular. Supergirl is very much like a punch now, ask questions later kind of girl. I like it when it's just a Superman copy. I want a female version of Superman. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the nerdy alter ego. I'm looking for the confidence in the suit. I'm looking for the super kind, never lies. That's what I'm looking for in a Supergirl, and it just doesn't really exist. It hasn't for a very long time. I like Melissa Ben Weiss a lot, but I couldn't watch much of that show, only like a season or two. The story was good. The Supergirl was good, but the story was bad. And in this case, it seems like we're going to get the Supergirl is bad, but the story is good. You know what I mean? But I do like the story. I think the story is good, and even though it's not my kind of Supergirl, I'm able to watch it. If I wasn't able to do that, I wouldn't have watched any Superman movies. I don't like Superman going back in time and fixing things for his own sake. I don't even like him having that ability. I don't like Superman going around destroying an entire city, yet we got hope bashed down our throats the entire time, acting like he cared about everybody, when really it was just like, oh, okay, whatever, I'll take him to space and bring him right back to Metropolis. That makes no sense. And I also don't like it whenever Superman is I like James Gunn's, I do, but I have a lot of complaints about it. For some reason, Superman had to get the snot beat out of him all the time. For some reason, Superman had to be the kind of guy that it was like he didn't cuss, but then again, he also did. You know what I mean? It was like, what are we doing here? I don't like that they made him press the Baravian president up against a cactus. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the kind of thing that, Superman would normally do with somebody he disagrees with. And there's just all kinds of stuff where it's like, in both movies, Man of Steel, whatever, we understand the character, it seems like, with the director. And then it's like, but do we understand the character? I don't think he would do that, And for me, the Supergirl thing, I'm not like, oh yes, 100% gonna be great. It might suck, but that book is good. And if the book is good, the movie will be good. Will I like that Supergirl's drunk? No. Will I like that she cusses a bunch? No. But if they follow that story, I will be able to watch it and enjoy it. I can watch stuff even if it's not my favorite thing. Wow, that was a rant.
Because of what she's been through.
Yeah. I think that a lot of people are shills, and they do just like say, I'm going to like this no matter what. That's not really where I'm at, especially when it comes to Man of Tomorrow. I'm having trouble with Man of Tomorrow quite a bit. I'm worried about the direction of Man of Tomorrow. I think it'll probably end up being decent or good because James Gunn seems to really care about, what's his name, Lex Luthor. But I don't know that I'm going to like it because I really already feel jit from not getting a direct sequel.
You have a broken Superman that went through something that's darker.
Well, but what he went through was that he went and destroyed and killed people. That's not what Millie's going through. Her Supergirl is like, I watched everybody, so I'm hurting myself. You know what I mean? It's different.
And you have a broken Supergirl that went through something that's
I just explained it. I explained it great. Let me know in the comments if you agree with what I'm saying.
They pick and choose what they want. They pick and choose what they want. Now, see, with
me... I think you're picking it. No. I think you're picking and choosing because what I'm saying makes a lot of logical sense because it's like, Millie hasn't hurt anybody. That Supergirl, the Woman of Tomorrow Supergirl, I don't know about Millie. In the movie, she may hurt people. I don't know. But she doesn't hurt anybody. Superman and in Injustice, he hurts people because he has torture and stuff. She doesn't do that. She's just tortured, so she, hurts herself drinking and all that.
I don't like this type of Supergirl. I'm willing to take a look at it, even though I already don't like it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm willing to take a look at it, even though I already don't like it. I'm willing to take a look at it.
Willing to take a look at it with your heels in the ground that it's gonna suck is different than actually like being like, okay, if this is good, I'll admit it's good.
Because you can see even in the trailer, there's a point where she looks bright and shiny and happy. So there's going to be an arc in this movie.
Well, duh. I've said this a million times. In the book, she's only drunk in the first, story in the first few pages. She doesn't drink the whole time. She's just drunk because it's her birthday. She's going out and celebrating. And she's celebrating, without her family, without her friends, her Kryptonian friends, the ones that she remembers quite well. It's...
I just hope the movie's good, because the trailer's bad. You know what I'm saying? And
I will admit, I don't think the trailer is good for people who haven't read the book. I think I've started to figure that out. I think that the book, if you've read it and you liked it, the trailer meant a lot to you. But if you didn't know anything about that, the trailer was just like, what did that mean?
If you look at Zack Snyder's original plan, there was an arc for Superman, but they never let him finish it. To where he went through a troubled period of being accepted by humans and them being afraid of him and fearful and him not knowing what to do, to eventually being the bright and shiny, but we never got a chance to see it. Because there's too much studio interference and fear in trying to catch up to Marvel when you started the race.
Always talking about Zack Snyder. I thought he was talking about Gunn for some reason. Yeah, that's exactly right. We never got Man of Steel 2. He's exactly right. That is my exact problem with that whole process. I liked Batman versus Superman, the ultimate cut. But man, the fact that we didn't get the Man of Steel 2, all that stuff that we needed resolved, Man of Steel 1 would have been so much better to go back and watch if they had resolved all that in Man of Steel 2. Instead, we went even darker with Superman. Even darker. We showed dreams of a future. We showed him fighting a good man, and Bruce Wayne. It really went dark.
Years later, which is just one of the stupidest things I could ever with a company that's made some of the greatest movies ever.
Yeah, no, I agree, man.
Stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Well, Supergirl was directed by Craig Gillespie.
No idea who that is. Don't want to know. I don't want to get in on any director crap.
First-time writer Anna, I can't pronounce that. Some fans felt Gunn's influence was over. Well, yeah, you can see it everywhere. You can see it everywhere. So it is what it is. Fans got a problem with it, and
the only thing I think I see in the Guardians of the Galaxy influence from James Gunn is colors and the 80s vibe. She wears the jacket in the book. There's no orange headphones. I'll give you that. And the music, I may or may not give it to you because, like, that song, the Blondie stuff, has been in hundreds of TV shows and movies. And are we going to give that to James Gunn? Is that his credit? You know what I mean? Did he invent Blondie? Did he invent it being in movies and TV? No. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not, when I heard that song, I wasn't like, it's been a great minute since I've heard that. No, it's all over the place.
I understand it, and I get it, and I know all y'all understand it. And my phone has been going off. Who in the hell is sending me stuff?
It's me.
Scarlo.
Right here.
Sending me a bunch of stuff
Carlo,
on
it's
Instagram.
Me. I'm sending him a copy of Woman of Tomorrow.
Friends that they send stuff to on Instagram, If you're on that poll for me, you're a special person.
I'm not in that poll.
Post your comments down below. Let
Not
me know
special.
what you think about this.
This is a more level-headed one that I've heard from him, and I think part of the reason is because it's a Cosmic Book News article on something that didn't really give a lot of super great data. It had a bunch of numbers in it, but the numbers were, like he said, from a Google Chrome extension, which is, what was his words? Partially pretty reliable or something like that. I don't know. Let me know what you get. Do you think that Supergirl has gotten a lot more backlash than Superman? I think the teaser trailer has indeed. Let me know what you think.